Okay, we're gonna do a couple more tier lists because I'm bored. I need to make some videos. So, being a React Andy, this is what we do now. Okay, let's go. First off, I'm gonna rate the Diablo seasons ever since there's been themes. Seasons 1 through 5, amazing for the time because it was like the game came out again. 5 through 10, it was starting to get really boring. 11, 12, and 11, 12, 13 were like people just quit playing at that point, and then they finally started doing themes. Like Double Goblins was the first theme, terrible F. Double Bounties, terrible F, but it was better than Goblins. Rorg, really good. B. Being able to build a set without having to get the whole set, that was really fun. Lodgem, S. It was literally so good it got the gem added to the game. 18, where is it? Try-in circles? D. It wasn't this bad, but I didn't care for standing in the circles at all. Angel Strict was fun, but it was too reliant on the angels actually spawning. Yeah, it was a really cool theme, but it was like you could kill the Rift Guardian in like literally 2 seconds if an angel spawned. $20 unlocked cube. 4 slots in the cube, amazing. Another D. Elemental power. Dude, throwing the snowball and helping the Rift Guardian goes on a corner. Not fun. 22. Shadow clones. 4th cube slot. Oh yeah. It was... Having a 4th cube slot just enabled so many builds. Follow update? Really good, but like... I shouldn't put Rourke up here. Follow update was really good, but like, what else did the season... There was some kind of season theme besides just the follower. Ethereals? Probably the best one they've done in... $26 was the Echo Nightmares. 27 was... Oh god. The last 3 have been amazing. I think the last 3 are S tier. Diablo seasons have been really fun. Anyway, let's go on to something else. Oh, classic phases. There's no F. Of course, there's no F. Why do I gotta do this with every one of these? Okay. Classic MC Ani, S. The GOAT! No, it's literally like... what am I trying to? If they keep releasing fresh, this is S because it's the first. You know, you press enter world the first time, and this is what you get. This is baseline. Wow, I think it's great. I don't know what phase 2 is. Where's classic phase 2? Did they just forget it? I guess they just forgot it on here. So I don't know. I'd put classic phase 2 in A. Classic phase 3? A. BWL is really fun. GG. They started to split up your raid group into 2 groups, and then you had to run this like 4 times a week to get optimal. Because it was every 3 days. Yeah, I didn't. It was too much. Dude. This will forever be the greatest phase. Ever. Every time they do a fresh, if they're going to go that route and do like Season of Mastery 2, this will be the quintessential race to get Scarab Lord. How many times can you fuck over everybody else from getting a Scarab Lord? This is... They need to release fresh and just go to this point as many times as they can. Because this is nothing but memes and funny. Classic next, I really like it. It's the end of Classic, and you can get BIS and yeah, smash people in PvP, and it just gets to a... It stagnates, and then you're like, when are we getting Burning Crusade? Because like I can't do anything else. I have like the Hungering Coal and Bone Scythe, and I just kill everybody. But until that point, Phase 6 is awesome. Ooh, TBC Phase 1. Not a lot to do. Not a lot to do in Phase 1 of TBC. Doesn't get much better, but at least there's more. You can run this and then run this. Black Temple and Hyjal? Oh, dude. Hyjal sucks, Black Temple's amazing. You finally got to fight the villain of the... You get to fight the villain of the expansion. Like, he's on the cover and, like, he's the advertiser. I mean, it's Illidan. Like, Black Temple is iconic. ZA? Yikes. ZA kind of sucks. Hot take. Yikes. Sunwell is really, like, way too... It's pretty much a Wrath raid in Burning Crusade. Even the gear that drops here isn't optimal enough to, like, make this speed viable. Like, yeah, there's always the outliers, like the salad bakers and those guys who, like, run GTPs of this every week and whatever. But, like, for you, the average player, this is, like, too hard. And the only cool part of this is when you get to kill Jaden at the end. He's aesthetically cool, but, like, everything else sucks. Felmus with the MCs and Brutalis, which is like the tightest DPS race imaginable, and Matru, who's like ridiculously hard. No. Wrath 1 Phase 1. They deleted Nax 40 to put in this, which is not only like a rehash, but it's worse somehow. Obsidian Sanctum's really fun. Eye of Eternity sucks. You go kill Malagos and, like, it gives you good necklaces, I guess. Ulduar? Hell yeah, brother. Actually, no. This is still funnier. It's behind this, because this Scarab Lord thing is still hilarious. The amount of, like, drama and stuff that comes out of this is just ridiculous. Like, I don't... This is just so funny. TOGC is a D. It's fun that you can go kill boss after boss after boss, but do that for like... After about the 4th week, you're just smashing your head against the wall. It's not as bad as like literally a copy-paste raid, and one that's like nearly impossible for the average player. ICC. I have a huge bias. I love ICC. You get to kill the Lich King. Again, it's another iconic villain that's finally in the game. And the worst of the worst, Ruby Sanctum. Once again, it's way too hard. Halion is ridiculous. It's basically like a Cataclysm end boss. They thought for some reason, let's put it in Wrath and then make it not worth even running because there's like one pair of boots for like one good spec. I guess you got the Twilight Scales, which are insane. It always drops like a pair of boots, a pair of bracers, and a trinket, and the trinkets are all like insane. But they're so incredibly good that they're like the item level on this stuff is a Cataclysm item. I don't know who thought it would be fun to put a Cataclysm raid in Wrath of the Lich King. Anyway, next. Oh, the loading screens? Okay. I don't think this is all of them, but sure. I mean... These are just the GOAT. You used to see these every time you did anything. Cataclysm? Yikes. I didn't like the Cataclysm load screens. Just like too much going on. Like these are a little washed out and like you can identify this as the classic load screen. These it's like they added color, but then they added like too many dudes around. This Wrath of the Lich King, it's mid. I like the original one more. This one here. This is the Lich King instead of Boulevard. This is like when you go back to it now. Burning Crusade? Pretty good. Mists of Pandaria. I think this is kind of lame. These are like more classic ones. They're like trying to get the feel of the original too, but look, it's like washed out and just it feels rustic and, you know, I don't know. Burning Crusade again, pretty good. War memes of Draenor. You get the best of the dog shit, and then this other dog shit, because, like, dog shit expansion is dog shit, and I don't want to see the loading screen for it. World of Warcraft Classic again. I actually like these. These feel reminiscent of what, like, Eastern Kingdoms. That's all the races from the Eastern Kingdoms, and the actual Eastern Kingdoms map. So is this, I guess. But these are just better. I don't know. I feel like the characters make sense. That's all the races and classes that can come from there, and like the continent itself. It's pretty. Those are pretty good. Also, the gnome, insanely good. Burning Crusade. Ooh, Kel'Thuzad or Kael'thas and Illidan one. Beast, dude. Battle for Azeroth? No. D. Actually, I just hate this loading screen in general. It makes no sense. Like the physics. I'm talking about physics in a fantasy game, but the physics of this make no sense. They're either gonna like not hit each other at all, or both gonna die. Like, I don't know. The battle loading screens are lame, dude. This one's okay. It's the best Battle for Azeroth one. It's the one with the snake dude and the King Thrak. Legion? Actually pretty good. And the worst of the worst, the Shadowlands, bro. I hate this loading screen. You'd have to sit through it for just the dumbest shit during the Shadowlands expansion. I got so tired of seeing the Winter Queen and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know why I'm sitting through this load screen again. Oh, Warcraft 3 campaigns. Stormwind music. Reign of Chaos human campaign. Arthas becomes the Lich King S. Reign of Chaos, dude. S. Dude, you get to blow up Archimonde at Hyjal. And you get to, like, use all 3 races to... S, dude. S. These all gonna be S. They're all good. Yeah, I guess, dude, Reign of Chaos was just, like... Trying to put them in the order that they're in. This is awesome. The finale of the Night Elves one. Like, I like the human one more because he becomes... But then he summons, Archimonde. Nah, I think that's the order I like. Frozen Throne. This is like a B. This is like... I hated Maiev as... I liked her when she showed up again in Burning Crusade, but her character, like, keeps going after Illidan all the time, and he's like, he's a betrayer. I'm like, dude, shut up. What did the orcs even do in the Rexar campaign? It's wow. So I don't know what else to say. Like, it's that's what it is. It's like good, but it, like, this Rexar thing, you just ran around and did quests and stuff. It's where the idea from WoW came from, right? Like, imagine if you were one of the units instead of... Yeah. Frozen Throne, dude. Best one. Easily. Warcraft 3 was such a good game until Reforged. I didn't like the Blood Elves. Kel'Thuzad was whiny to me. Alright, last one. Ranking the systems WoW's had throughout its life cycle, I guess. Artifact weapons. Awesome, dude. As a warrior, my biggest challenge has always been finding a good weapon in this whole expansion. I didn't have to. Trash ran, dude. F. It's called Trash ran for a reason. Azurite armor? Gotta be honest, I kind of liked it. It was fun. It was good, like... It was good little bonuses to carry. But then people figured out how to do stupid stuff, like make a movement speed builds, and... There was always an optimal one to pick, but it was fun. If it was just cosmetics or something, this would have been so much better. Badge vendors. Hey, dude. They need to bring badges back. I play the game. I want to be rewarded for my time somehow. With at least with the badge vendor, even if you had everything, BIS, everything, you could just collect badges, buy an item that you don't need, and disenchant it. You could make gold by playing the game. They need to put this back in the game somehow. Benthic gear? Ooh. That's bad. That's a yikes. It could have been cool, but it took way too much to upgrade. You could get like 25 pearls a day, and one upgrade costs you like 20 pearls. And then couldn't it like roll randomly or something? It was bad, man. BFA mission table. F, dude, I hate the mission table. Well, Trash Run's the worst, but this was bad. This was another yikes. No, Brawlers Guild. Really good. It's actually so good that they're still doing seasons of this. Challenge mode. Actually good too. I like doing the gold to get the gold set, and then I switched factions, and still to this day I have the gold achievements, but for some reason they won't give me the gold armor. And everybody's like, just go to the vendor. I'm like, I go to the vendor and it says I haven't earned gold challenge mode, but yet I have the achievement. I've ticketed Blizzard and they're like, you gotta do it on an original character. And I'm like, this is my original character. I just faction changed it. Chromie time. Good. I like it. It's good, very good for leveling. Conduits. Wasn't a complete failure. But, just put it in my talent tree and don't make me do all these quest lines and stuff throughout my gameplay to unlock them. And then what was the deal with, like, not letting you reset it? You could reset it, like, 4 times a day, and then they upped it to, like, 48 times a day because they realized, like, hardcore raiders are going to need to switch this constantly. Corruptions? Pretty bad. It was way too random. The best one was, for range, striking stars, shooting stars, something like that, where every star you did would do more and more damage. And you could get it on every item to the point, like, you'd never not get a shooting star. And then, jeez. Oh, it's right on there. Twilight Devastation was the best one for melee. You could get Twilight Devastation on every item. And it would have everything in front of you. And it would stack. You could get this to almost 100% proc, too. They changed it in, like, the last week, though. You can just buy whatever corruptions you want now. Why wasn't that the case from the start? Covenants. I hate the Covenants. It was such a cool idea, and they just... I went Venthyr on, like, every character I had, because they were the only ones that, like, appealed to me. I tried, like, the Night Fae on my Hunter, and hated the area to run around in. The Necrolords was just, like, everything that looks like Nexoramus. And the Kyrian, I'm like, I'm playing a medieval. I don't want to go live in heaven. I want to live in like Bastion was just like heavenly, and I'm like, I'm not a paladin. I'm a warrior. I want to go live with like the bloodthirsty. I picked Venthyr on like every character. Customer support. This needs its own team, bro. It's not a feature, bro. It's all you're doing by using this is helping Bobby Kotick, bro. Essence powers. Yeah, they were okay. Sure. Garrisons. I actually, hot take here, I really liked garrisons. I didn't like that you didn't get to pick where to put them, but then also when they explained the development, like, technicalities and stuff behind it, it made a lot more sense. And people are like, you spent the whole expansion in your garrison. What's the problem with that? I loved my garrison, man. I built that shit. Glyphs? Really good, but also always cookie cutter, like, which is fine. The Wrath of Lich King glyphs, fine. When it got to this, whatever this is, where it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like when it was like prime, mega prime, it was too much. Wrath had just enough glyphs for it to be fun. Ooh, hard mode. Activatable hard mode? S. I'm assuming that's what that means. Not just that it's hard, but like the fact you chose to make it even harder. Yeah, always S. When you give players the choice, it's just horrific visions of Nazoth. D, brother. D. I didn't like them until I got all the powers and I could just smash through it, which is what I wanted to do from the beginning. Island expeditions. F. I hate the island expeditions. Everybody said you could get like fun loot and stuff in there and just gather up the whole island and just kill it. And I'm like, can't I just run a dungeon or something? And now it made my gameplay, I have to go back and do these sometimes to get certain mounts and stuff. Just let me do a dungeon. Item levels? It's like one of the best, or it's like one of the most important things in the game. How are you going to gauge how good people are without giving them a level? Legion legendaries. F. Worst to the worst F. Okay. When everybody has a legendary, nobody does. They're no longer legendary. And then on top of this, they made it RNG, where there was a guy who could have played for 5 minutes, get the best one, while you sat there and grinded for 5 months and still don't have it. The amount of, like, luck involved in this was astronomically bad. Legion mission table. F. F. Actually... No. Battle for Azeroth. I'm trying to think. What was the first one? The first one was Warlords, right? They needed to stop bringing this back, and they brought it back like 4 more times. Looking for dungeon? Pretty bad. Now that it's coming back out in Wrath and people are like, they'll just spam trade all day and still can't find a group. That's what this is for. And people are starting to come around to it like, oh, I see why it's in the game. Because without it, you'd never find a group. But they could have implemented this so much better. LFR. Bobby Kotick, dude. Terrible. Looking for retards should have never been put in this game. Mythic Plush Cache? Pretty good. It still needs to be reworked. The fact you can choose from like 9 rewards, but then it's not 9 rewards, it's like actually like 6. Because the PvP, like I don't ever PvP, so the 3 PvP for participation award ones are always locked for me. I wish they'd change it to be like, just make 2 caches, a PvP one and then a PvE one, where I get 9 choices every time. Mage Tower. S, dude. This is so fun. It was a solo content that made you like have to know your class. Mage Tower was good, brother. Farmville? It wasn't bad. It was like mid. Mop legendary cloaks. Terrible. Really fun once you got the cloak, but the quest line, oh my god, the quest line was like kill 1,000 of these things, get wrapped with the Black Prince. Then when you got the cloak, then you could go do Ordos, which is like a bonus world boss, and the world boss dropped like, I think it was like boots or something, and the boots were like BIS for like everybody. I hated this quest chain until I got the cloak, and then I'm like, alright, now I'm feeling legendary. Mythic Plus, it's like one of the best features ever put in the game, man. It's not even a question. Need before greed? S, dude, why is this not the standard? Now we just get like personal loot, and it's like, but I'd like to see a bit of, I'd like to see like a boss actually drop more than just something randomly for me. It's like, well, you can see it in the chat log what everybody else got. And I'm like, yeah, but I want to see it on the boss. Netherlight Crucible. Mid. It was really cool when you unlocked it all. I don't think it was too hard to do either. You just did like your dailies and it would just, like every day you'd get a node. New town system. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's Bobby Kotick, dude. Like, dude. I now, instead of getting to a tree, I get to choose 3 options that are like almost the same thing. Actually, I do the dragonflight trees. This tree it's showing in here is the 3 option thing. I hate this. N'Zoth legendary cloaks. It's gonna go right next to the mop ones. Same deal. I felt super weak this expansion until I got the N'Zoth legendary cloak, and then the bosses that gave you corruption could no longer give you corruption, and it was just like, it doesn't feel legendary, it feels required. It's like an Onyxia scale cloak for Nefarian or something. Old Town system. Dude. S. I liked having a tree, and I liked every level I got more powerful, or it could do a new thing. Order halls? Ooh, these pretty good. Order halls is really good. The Skyled one for Warrior, the Light's Hope for the Paladin, the Demon Hunter Homeworld. The monks got to go back to Zwen and the Mist of Pandaria. Trying to think what else. Mages got to go inside Dalaran. I don't know what I just moved. Oh, new talent system. Yeah, that's a Bobby Kotick, bro. I hate the 3 choices. Pathfinder. It's a Bobby Kotick tier. Pathfinder is just, it's a way to, for player attention. They don't care about anything but retaining the money. Personal loot. Also Bobby Kotick. Like, again, I want to see what's on the boss, but then you just give it to me and I just missed what everybody else got. And it's like, I don't feel, we kill the boss. We kill the boss as a team, but I don't feel rewarded as a team. I just feel rewarded for, like, what I did. Or it doesn't reward me at all, and it gives, like, your brother with a dent in his head, he gets, like, an epic piece because he stood there and drooled. I don't need Evergreen so much better. I don't PvP. Sorry, I don't. I'm just gonna put every PvP thing in this category because I don't, from what I hear from PvP players, is everything they've done has been kind of mid. So that's why it's mid on the list. I heard the vendor's really good. I heard the cash is good, and then I heard the upgrades is kind of nuts. From what I've heard, I don't know. I don't PvP. Reforging. I hate this. People liked it. I didn't, because you always just reforge to your best stat. Everybody's like, you could take the stats off and then make it a different stat. I'm like, yeah, but if you always want haste, you're always going to take everything off and just dump it into haste. And it's like, why not just have the items for a class that likes haste, have haste on them to begin with? This seems like a lazy, like... This seems like a way for Blizzard to be really lazy. Rune forging. It's a Death Knight thing. It's really cool. I like how they get their own enchants. It's part of the glass identity, right? Scenarios. Yikes. D. They were okay. Shadowland Legendaries. They were okay. They're better than the cloaks. And I like that you could craft in what you wanted. But they still took too long to get. And then at the end of the expansion, they were too easy to get. Which means then when everybody had a legendary, nobody did. Shadowlands mission table. I hate this. I hate this. Why did they bring it back for the 4th time? This goes in Bobby Kotick. Because, look, 1, 2... 3. There's a 4th one somewhere too. They didn't learn the lesson. They just kept bringing it back. Shards of Domination. Like, bottom of the barrel D. It was fun to get more stats, but like acquiring these was terrible. Territory stats. S, dude. I like getting my stats and then rolling like a bonus one. Like, people build speed sets. Like, one can just roll speed, and then you're fast now. You can do older content. I like territory stats. I wish there was, like, more of them, though. Like, why can't this roll, like, crit, haste? Maybe not stuff that even helps you in, like, the current, like, Legion avoidance. Like, stuff that helps you in the current content. Why not more, like, stuff that just helps you in the old, like, plus 4% move speed in open world, or, like, shit that doesn't matter, just making a territory stat. The Great Vault, dude. S. S. This is awesome. This is part of Mythic Plus. You just go open it, and then you get, again, well, 9 choices, but then 6, because I don't PvP, so, again, why can't there just be a PvP one and a PvE one? I would never look at the PvP one. Torghast I'm torn about. Torghast started out as an S, and then it dropped to A. As the expansion went on, it went, it's B. Like, bottom of the barrel B. It's falling into almost C. Actually, you know what? No, it's a C. Who's better than these things? There's something to do, and it, like I said, it started the expansion, it would have been, like, up here. Super fun, and then it just, instead of adding more rooms and stuff, they just added more, like, layers with difficulty, and I didn't want to do the same thing I've been doing since the beginning, just harder. I wanted to see, like, new rooms and traps, and they didn't, they expanded up on it, but they went about it the wrong way, I think. Shreds of Fate, pretty fun. This is another part of Chromie time. Tier sets, ass. Old talents are still better. I feel like you got more powerful at every level. But this is like the end game getting more powerful. You get your 2 set, then you get a 4 set, then you get a 6 set, you get an 8 set. And then in next, they had the rings off Kel'Thuzad, which, like, opened up... If you got a ring off Kel'Thuzad, which was, like, BS for everybody, no matter what. They were itemized insane. But you could, like, you now had one open slot. You could just use anything. Like, rogues used the Belt of Cthulhu because it gave way more, like, raw stat. That was cool. That, like, they made a tier set and then added another item in to now you could just make... It made one item slot just open. You could just put anything. Tier sets are awesome. I wish they'd come back to the 2, 4, 6, 8. Shit, even make them throw in 2 rings and 2 trinkets. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Technically, you could have a 16-piece set, which is like every slot. Like 2 weapons and iron armor. That feels like Diablo now, though. I'd like to see a 10-piece sets. That would be cool. Like, full set and 2 rings. Time walking. I used to love time walking. It's like a C now. I'm trying to get the infinite time waster by infinite time walking. I have yet to get it. Titan forging F. So hey guys, instead of getting the best items in the game, we're going to put in a system where you can never get the best items in the game, because even the best items can roll in Titan Forge up to dummy amounts of item level, so that even if you're wearing all Titan Forge stuff, there might be a guy who gets Uber Titan Forge item that's... No. Stop. Transmog. Ooh. Hot take. I love transmog. I love collecting, like, different... And then people are saying, in Classic, you could tell somebody was really good because you'd walk up to them and you'd see the items they had equipped and you're like, oh, that guy's wearing tier 3 or whatever. Why isn't there an option in the game to just make it visible to you? So that to everybody else you look like a clown, but from your perspective you look cool. And just make it a toggle. Is that hard? Warfronts. D. Really cool idea. Flopped real bad. That one video where Asmongold beats one of these standing AFK. Warlords of Draenor legendary rings. It's the same as the cloaks. Except the rings were fun. Again, once everybody got a legendary, nobody did. But these were cool because they worked together. So, like, the more people you had the legendary ring, the more damage your whole raid would do. So it incentivized you to get all 25 people in your group to get one of these. Very cool. A game based on playing with a team. I feel like this, it should have been called Legendary. It should have been called, like, Bonding Unique or something like that, because it wasn't legendary. It was required again, but it was fun because the more people you got to get it, like, the stronger you'd get, and it was like exponential. If all 25 people had this, you could blast the bosses. Like, towards the end of Warlords, we were killing Archimond Heroic in like 33 seconds because everybody had one of these. They just pop it and, like, Archimond just flopped over. It was fun. Yeah, this started out, this is one of those things where it's opposite. Started out as like a D, then once everybody got it, it was like an A. Overall, though, it's going in D because I feel like when you call something legendary, it should be legendary. WAD mission table. Oh my god, here we go. I'm putting it at bottom of F. Actually, you know what? No. It too is going in Bobby Kotick. Because this was the first one. And I hate this. No. LFR is worse than these. I'm also ranking them in the tier they're in. World. Ooh, I love World Quests. S. This has the potential to shake up the entire game. They could do a world revamp and put just this in, and it would be amazing. Because now instead of doing just quests, you could go repeat the quests and get rewards. But I feel like there needs to be a lot more of these, more variation. Like one day you should go kill 10 wolves, the next day it should be 10 bears, and then when it resets it should be like kill 10 bears and 10 wolves. Or now this area is infested by murlocs, kill the murlocs. Fire elementals are in winter spring this month, go kill them. You know, they could. This has the potential to save the game, they just haven't done it. I don't know why. Daily quests? It's fine. Its world quests are like the more improved version of a daily quest. These were fun, like on Isle of Cold Dennis and whatnot, but imagine if Isle of Cold Dennis had these world quests instead. Flexible rating. It was actually pretty good. Flexible rating is pretty fun. I liked in Siege of Orgrimmar when this finally came out. You could actually get reasonable, like, you could, instead of being stuck on Garrosh and like one guy drops out and you can no longer finish it, if that guy dropped out, your raid would just, it would just adjust to the fact that the one guy was an idiot anyway, had to go feed his dog because his cat fell up the stairs. Like, I don't... This fixed a lot of just, like... You couldn't just be an asshole anymore and just leave a group, because it wouldn't affect the group anymore. Paragon reps. Hot take. I hate it. When I get exalted, I want to be exalted. Let me buy everything that faction has to offer me and be done with it. I don't want to continue grinding them forever. Professions? Actually, you know what? It's an S. It's a core part of the game. Like, core parts of the game are going way up here in S. I never can make money off professions, but the people that can, this game and the economy and the way it's run, nothing would work unless professions were in it. Professions are up here with, like, the best of the best stuff. I was going to say I hate professions because I don't do them, but I thought about the merit of everybody else. It's an ass. Like, there would be no economy or anything without a way to, like, spend it or, you know, whatever. Weapon skills. D. It used to be fun for, like, the first two, like Classic and Burning Crusade. I think they took it out with the Cataclysm pre-patch. Maybe. I don't even know. Maybe Mop pre-patch. One of those. It was fun, and I'm glad they gave, like, feats of strength to the people who did it and whatnot. It made sense, like, at the beginning when you're just an adventurer and you don't, like, I've never held a sword, I don't know how to use this. That made sense, but then after, like, 6-7 years of playing the game, your weapon skills just didn't need to be a thing anymore. That's why they're not. Pet battles. I hate pet battles. It's going in Bobby Kotick. I don't want to play Pokemon in my World of Warcraft game. Some people love this, and this is my hottest take on this list probably. I loathe pet battles. I would rather do anything else in, like, F tier than willingly put myself through a pet battle. Justice points and Valor points? It's up there with badge vendors. I don't like the idea of points as much as just one badge. this is really easy for people to understand. You kill 100 bosses, you can get this robe. Points is like 1250, but then I get like 12 per boss. Just give me a nice round number that everybody can understand. I kill 100 bosses, I get this robe. I kill 100 bosses, I get these legs. I kill 75 bosses, I get these pair of boots. This, I don't know. I get 12 to 15 points per boss. That means I have to run on average 13.6. Just, I don't want to... I'll do the math when I get the epic item. I don't care about doing math on my way to get the epic item. Creation Catalyst. This is actually really one of the best things they've put in. Yeah, like being able to upgrade something to a tier piece. Oh yeah. Like I said, I wish the tier sets had more pieces to them and did like more unique things. But this being able to make tier now is an amazing part of the game. Aside for the first ones, no. Bobby Kotick. No. It's not that bad. It's an F, though. I had to teach Paco Poc different languages to, like, get power, and then... I'm not an Egyptian, dude. I don't want to read hieroglyphs. Just tell me I'm getting 7% damage. 25-man rating was okay. It's like an A. It's fine. I don't know why they took 40-man. 40-man rating for me? Dude. S. You and 39 other Spurgs, dude. You're gonna go in there, you're gonna beat Ragnar's ass. You're gonna go in there, you're gonna become the Lord of Blackrock. You're gonna go, you're gonna kill Kel'Thuzad. You're gonna be classic WoW, homie. This is it, bro. And now that it works, because back in the day you'd get disconnected every 5 minutes, so it was actually technically more like 26-man rating. But dude, 40 people working together as a team, as a unit. You're a unit, bro. Yeah. Dragonflight talent trees. Not as good as the old ones, but it's getting back to being good. A. I do like how there's choices now too. Like you can go this tree into that tree and then go all the way down, and then like each little node has like side nodes. It's kind of fun. Dragon riding? Oh, dude. This is how mounts should have been for like 6 expansions now. Dragon riding is up there. Dragon riding? Super fun way to bring the mounts back into relevance. At this point, ground mount should just be like 200%, and flying everything should be dragon riding. The fact you can get up to like 1000% speed, perfect. You can, I don't know why you can't do it in the old world yet, which I heard they're working on, but this needs to be the new standard with mounting. They do need to make it a toggle though, because there's some people who just like, again, their cat just fell up the stairs and their wife is like drinking too much Dr. Pepper, so they need to go like take a shit too, and then they should be able to hit like numlock and just like walk away from the keyboard. This actively makes it so you can't do that, so just make it a toggle. Hey, I want to be dragon riding now. Just make it literally a button. Worst comes to worst, oh no, you have to be on an actual dragon to dragon ride. Ooh, big deal. Heirlooms. I know it's heirlooms, but heirlooms. Hot take. People don't like these either. I do. I like the old heirlooms though that just straight up gave you XP. You don't know. They're A. because of that. Because the new rework sucks. I don't want to make a character and then park it in an inn for like a week to get the benefit of this. Just give me the 10% XP. Old heirlooms, way better than new heirlooms. I do like now that they form a set. That's cool, because like now I know what I need to, like, I need a dagger and a pair of shoulders and a chest to like make this heirloom set. That's fine. I just don't like that the XP on each item is taken off and then put into a rested bonus on the set. That's dumb. 20-man rating. Sure, dude. It's fine. It's not S. Actually, it's like B. It's okay. The Mythic Raiders now say it's okay. But it's half of it's half of being a unit, bro. Now you're just kind of like a coalition or something. I don't know. Arena, I'm not a PvP nerd, but I'm gonna assume that's the best. I'm gonna assume that's the best PvP features. The arena, right? Like everybody else watches the arena for like tournaments and stuff. Battlegrounds, right behind arena. I mean, PvP is for nerds. Artifact power. Artifact power. It's like a D. It started out super good. You can find it like. I have screenshots from when artifact power you could like keep increasing it up until the cap of like 26. I have a screenshot of the day I hit the day before they increased the cap to like infinite. I hit level 26. And I'm like, hey, I'm done. I have a max like the best weapon in the game. And then they're like, oh, no, you don't. Withered Training, really actually a fun minigame. Not as good as Brawler's Guild, but Withered Training was fun. You got to take 2,000 ancient mana and go into the tunnels with the Thornisra, and the more mana you started with, the more of these zombie dudes you'd get. And like the zombie dudes were like your little personal army, you had to like command them and stuff. It got really boring after you ran it a bunch of times, but starting with 2,000 mana and having like 200 little dudes was fun. Master Looter, it's an S because this is still how like the best guilds in the game do it. They just have the computer figure out what item's the best for who and then just give it to them. 10-man rating. It's like it's okay. It's like 2 of my Mythic Plus groups that can now get together and like do a run of whatever. It's fine, but again, it's half of your coalition, and it's only a fourth of your unit. You know what I'm saying? Achievements? Oh, dude, this is it right here. Achievements, dude. Everything else on this list doesn't matter if you ain't gaining useless points, bro. Like everything on this list is like, who cares unless you're getting absolutely useless points to show to your like friend at the BlizzCon get together. I don't know. Cross faction. I mean, this is just good, right? This should have been in for years too. I don't know. And Max's new haircut. I'm sorry, buddy. You're going down there with nah. You're better than Looking for retards. Sorry, buddy. You're going in Bobby Kotick. I know I don't need to do this, but like... I just want to make a point that achievements is literally the, like... I just want to go through how everything else on this list can fit into achievements. That's why it's S+, right? Customer support. Hey, my achievement doesn't fucking work. Can you fix it? Looking for raid. I got with a bunch of retards. I get an achievement. Max's new haircut. That's an achievement for him. Shadowlands. Mission table. Gave you achievements for doing it, even though it sucked. WAD mission table. Achievements because you did it. New talent system. Pretty sure there's an achievement if you filled out like every fucking tier because, well, you know, why not? Give them an achievement for it. Pathfinder. You got an achievement and a mount for doing it. And now you knew that you unlocked Pathfinder because there's an achievement for it. Personal loot. Probably not an achievement. Actually, there is. There's needy and greedy. Now, if you roll 100 on the automatic loot, you get achievement. Pat battles. There's like an achievement for doing like 10,000 of every one of these. Titan forging. I mean, I guess there's an achievement for like equipping item levels. So there you go. Legion Dead Legendaries. Literally collecting like three or five of them gave you like an achievement. Covenants. There's like so many achievements tied to that. Trash Ran, there's achievements. Reforging, again, I don't think this ties directly into achievements, but I'm pretty sure like if you reforged the right stats, it would actually increase like your points or whatever. I bet you could get an achievement off this somehow. BFA mission table, again, you did it, you got achievements. Islands had a shit ton of achievements. Legions, yeah, did. I know the Cypher did. Paragon reps, you definitely get, if you get everything in Dragonflight Paragoned out, you get like a color, like a black color for all the drakes. Looking for dungeon, again, you run like 100 of these, you get an achievement. You got an achievement for collecting one of these during that patch. You got an achievement for having corrupted items on. They're feats of strength now, but you know. Benthic gear, I'm pretty sure you get an achievement for the amount of pearls you had. Conduits. I think you got an achievement for resetting this a bunch of times. There are people who just cheesed it and just did it every day, but then I said the hardcore raiders, they could only reset it like 4 times a day, but then they increased it to 46. Which was like one of the max, or somebody was complaining that it still wasn't enough. Because like one of their healers had to change it every fight. Scenarios, there's a bunch of achievements for that. Weapon skills, there's achievements. There's achievements for power. I got the feat of strength for hitting 26 on the last day that you could cap it. Warfronts, definitely achievements. I don't think there's achievements for the farm anymore. There was. I bet they're feats of strength now. I didn't do the farm enough to like probably get the achievements, but time walking, raiding, yeah. PvP, we all know there's achievements there. Definitely achievements for doing the same amount of dailies all the time. There's achievements for leveling up, which is these. There was achievements for getting, wearing like your Azerite armor pieces and then like getting each ring. Garrisons was chock full of achievements. There's an achievement to get like heirlooms. You get the heirloom bike. There's an achievement for doing this without losing like a guy. There's a bunch of achievements in here. Challenge mode was a feat of strength, which I'm mad that they still don't refund my armor. Glyphs, I'm pretty sure there's like an achievement for back in the day for putting like a glyph in every one of your slots, which everybody would have done anyway. Order halls, yeah, there's a shit ton of achievements tied to that. There's literally feats of strength for getting a number of badges or a number of points. Dragonflight talent trees, I mean, I guarantee there's an achievement for like filling out a tree or like picking a spec or something. Cross faction, I don't think there's an achievement there, but I mean, I think they do certain ones you have to be Horde or Alliance, so... obviously 25 mana territory stats. I don't think there's an achievement tied to these. I really don't think so. I think that's our first, like, actual real exception. There's definitely an achievement for rune forging. Like, when you first learn it, you get, like, a thing as a Death Knight. Creation Catalyst, I'm pretty sure there's, like, an achievement for wearing a set, so being able to make a set is, like, one. Hard modes obviously give you... Item levels are important. Great Vault. Yeah, these all give achievements. These didn't, because they weren't... I mean, like, wearing a tier set didn't until the appearances became a thing. I can't really say these do, but I'm sure now they give you, like, feats of strength for, like, having had those items equipped. So yeah, that's my list. Obviously, customer support, bottom of the barrel, bottom Kotick, because, like, $60 billion a year and they still can't answer a ticket in a reasonable amount of time. It literally says happy. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure the people at Blizzard work incredibly hard and are busy. But come on, guys. Alright, that's the video.